Everyone, try and find, I can't even see if I can link this. Try and find the other stream in my, on my page. Let's see if anyone can find it. Meanwhile, I'm gonna try and find it here as well. And then I'll put it in the chat. How do I find it now? How do I find where I'm streaming? Okay, I see one person in here. That's amazing. So if you're the one in here, I'm trying to move everyone from my other stream that didn't start off so hot to this one. We're gonna change the thumbnail too, so it doesn't look so stupid. Let's see here. Welcome everyone as you pile in here. I'm just setting a couple things up. Thanks for your patience. Now I'm trying to find a good thumbnail. This is ridiculous. CCC Live. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Great. Live at 10:30, live at 10:15. Where's my live now? Maybe just going with thumbnail. Okay, let's try that. Hey everyone, thanks for filing in. I'm gonna try and make this work in a couple seconds. I just want to get this, I want to get this link into the other stream and then figure out what the heck's going on here. What a disaster. What a disaster. Okay, everyone, just give me 2 more minutes. I just got to delete that old one now, and I think we'll be ready to go. Delete forever. Okay. I think we are okay now. Let me move this real quick. This is how I used to do it on my phone. Okay, I'm gonna do one last thing. Tell me if it sounds better, you guys, when I do this. Can you guys let me know in the chat if that sounds better? I hooked up an external microphone. Let me know if that's better. No, I'm not sweating. I'm just very, I just have a greasy face. Okay, guys, I can see the chat. Let me know in the chat now if you can, if it sounds better with the microphone. I presume that it does, but I'm not sure if it's working. Okay, good. Okay, so it sounds good. It looks good. Well, it looks okay. And I apologize for that disaster. I got to figure out my new camera. I think the laptop that I'm on is really slow and beat up right now. So that must be what's happening. Oh, you like the original sound. Okay, well, as long as you can hear it. Yeah, the original sound actually was without a microphone, but it was more echoey. So if this sounds okay, let's go with this. Okay, everyone, thanks for waiting. We got some people back in here, not all. So I don't have my obviously my entire layout and everything. So I will say, moderators, thanks in advance. We still have moderators, and Siet, it's nice to see you. Sound too superior. Okay, I'm gonna focus now. What a disaster! What a disaster! This is what happens when the Canucks win, and when Spencer Martin wins for the first time, and when JT Miller gets 4 points. Pretty crazy. Okay, so let's do this. Moderators, thank you. As always. Sponsors, you're not on the screen, so I better thank you. Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss. Van City Experts, Jason Lim and his team, thank you. Also, I want to thank Gassy Jack Art, and I want to thank Monkey Nine Brewing. I want to thank my legends, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hero members nucksfan number 29 and Carol Bovenlander, Hall of Fame members Jens95, SimAlexander, Chris Seifried, and Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Hsmfangirl Gaming, smoovegroove, and Hsmfangirl. Thank you. And sorry guys, I'm using my phone, so I'm getting messages as we go. Thanks to all of you, and franchise and all-star as well. Thanks for all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. And of course, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're watching from my beautiful neighborhood of Seifried in Lower Mainland, city, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you. I do not take you for granted. I appreciate you sticking with me as I figure out all those crazy technical difficulties. And yeah, I am thrilled that you are here and that we made it work. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was excited to stream tonight because the Canucks won. And now we're going old school with my phone, with no background, and just getting going. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Coach Rob, for putting the rules in there. Racist, sexist, homophobic, ableist, or another language. We're going to delete it. Moderators, if you're not sure, just err on the side of let's have fun, but let's keep it clean. Okay. So before I get to your questions, I want to quickly talk about what I had up actually in my other stream, which was the 3 big stories. One of them is Spencer Martin getting his first career NHL win. 33 saves, which was awesome. 33 saves, which is awesome. And he got a point. He helped the team get a point against Florida on Friday. He helped the team get a point against Edmonton Tuesday. And then finally he gets his first win. So the Canucks have gotten points in all 3 games that Spencer Martin has played. So kudos to him. And obviously, the only goal that beat him was actually a fluky one that went to the side of the net and batted down with almost a high stick. But so that was good. Spencer Martin's 33 save performance. JT Miller, hat trick by halfway through the game. He almost won that guy, $1 million from the Save on Food score and win. Of course, it wasn't meant to be. Finishes with another assist. So 4 points for JT Miller. What a leader. What a leader. And he's so valuable to this team despite all the trade talks that surround him. And of course, the not so positive story about Jake Virtanen being charged with 1 count of sexual assault from that incident from September 2017. These charges first came to light sometime last year, and the VPD did indeed lay the charges today. Jake Virtanen has already said he's going to appeal, and he looks forward to his day of justice. Okay. This is good. Let's get to your questions. I've wasted so much time already. It's already 10:20. So that was like the longest intro ever where I didn't really say a single thing. So I want to get to your questions, and we'll get going right now. And I'll do my best to stay, on top of them. Bill says, great to see you got things right in Ditchman. Yeah, it only took 20 minutes. Thank you, FMD. See it. It's nice to see you. I'm going to email you and make sure that you're doing okay. I'm glad that we're still friends. That's good. Coach Rob's. Oh, yeah. And Lucas said that he has no problem with the regular live stream time. No problem, Lucas. I have no problem that you have no problem. But yeah, I like doing, if my studies are going well, if my church and my work's going well, if I'm not bowling, and if I have the energy, I like to do streams after they win too, because there's nothing wrong with being in a good mood despite everything breaking down on me. And Coach Rob just says, I like these surprise streams. Yeah, apparently all my equipment was surprised I was going to do this too. Rye Guy Poker, unknown picks for a point per game player. Oh, yes, talking about the JT Miller trade talk for sure. Andrew, you didn't miss a single thing. Actually, I basically, even though I pressed go at 10, I started going around 20 about a minute ago. NHL Canucks, how's everyone doing after the traumatic? NHL Canucks is the best. He sends me pictures, memes of myself. I actually posted on Instagram yesterday me saying "boomy" at the end of yesterday, and I know that NHL Canucks does not like that wheel because he's never won yet. I love that wheel of names personally. Fangirl, hi Clay. How long do you think it'll take Rutherford and Alvin to deal with the cap mess that Bidding left behind? A while. I think you got to give him at least one off season. At least one off season. Lucas, I'm against these surprise live streams due to technical. Well, okay, that's fine. Lucas, you don't have to be here. If you're against them, that's fine. I respect you as a legend, but that doesn't mean you have to be here. You don't have to come to every stream. Those that stick it out and are patient, I'm going to reward them. Kango, what would you want out of a Miller trade? Well, I don't want a Miller trade, but if we were to trade him, and I don't want it, you need at least 3 or 4 assets. A pick, first round, a prospect or 2, and at least 1 good roster player. Derek Clay, do you think it would be a failure if the Canucks traded Miller and netted the same return that they gave Tampa? Yes, because his value has completely increased since then. So they have to do better. By the way, I went back and I watched my video that I recorded when we traded for JT Miller at the draft in 2019. I gave it a B plus at the time at the trade. So I'm glad I didn't give it a C or a C minus, but I gave it a B plus at the time, and I recorded it during a quick break during the draft. Brian, what about the Canucks playoff chances now? Still not great. I figure they have to go. They have 43 points in 43 games. They need 51 points in 39 more. So I figure they have to go 24, 12, and 3. 24, 12, and 3 gets you 51 points in your final 39 games. 24, 12, and 3. Can they do it? Christopher, we are doing well. Thank you. I hope you are well as well. Pat, Clay, with Spencer Martin's emergence, is it possible to send Halak to Abbey? You know, I know there's a lot of people talking about that. Halak triggers his 1.25 bonus if he plays 2 more games. But is that the right message you want to be sending to a respected veteran? I don't know. I think that's a very tough thing. That's a very tough thing. So we'll see. Although that is, every dollar counts. So I'm kind of torn. I need to really think about this one. I don't think it sends the right message, but I see the practical implications of why you would consider such a thing. Clifford, I thought Garland was okay. Not no one was really noticeable outside of Pedersen, Besser, and Miller. They were the only 3 forwards that got points. By contrast, 5 defensemen got points. Everyone except Pullman, and he probably would have got a point if he stayed in the game. I thought Garland was okay, but what you'd expect after missing 5 games. Jovan, it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Jovan. Let's give Jovan some love in the chat. Happy birthday. And my day was great. I hope your day was good as well. Fillmore, is it okay to feel bittersweet with this win? Pandemic, management change, trade rules, lack of da-da-da. Other teams can improve, but Canucks seem stuck. Yeah, no, it's okay to feel however you want to feel. If you feel a bit bittersweet, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. And then it kind of feels like if they win all these games, it's good for the players. But if they're not going to actually make the playoffs, it's tough as well. Yes, I echo Lucas's happy birthday to Jovan. Coach Rob, Trey Miller, Seattle needs to be part of the package coming back. Yes, I would love Seattle to come back. Jogpal, a bit of a rookie question, but our goals and assists 1 point each? Yes. No problem, Jogpal. That's how you get points. Goals and assists. Christopher Narcos, should Spencer Martin replace Halak as Canucks backup? He's played Halak out of a job. However, Halak has no move clause. Yes, so you could not play Halak, though, and he could be benched, and that's technically not moving. He's just not playing either. Should Spencer Martin replace him? I think we have that conversation next year. I just think we'd be happy with what Martin's doing. Kel, I think tonight was our last game versus the Jets, and we swept them. I'm shocked given our history. Wow, did we beat them all 4 games this year? No, 3. We played them twice here and once there now. That's pretty good. James, so awesome that the first stream I watch when I'm back in Taiwan is the old format. Well, James, nice to see you. I'm glad you made it back. I followed all your adventures on on Instagram. And yes, this is a bit of a throwback, isn't it? With this view, I didn't even check to see how much battery I have left on my phone. I didn't even turn off notifications. I'm just a disaster tonight, but I'm glad that you guys are here, and I'm glad you made it back to Taiwan safely, quarantining in your nice hotel. Fun Q, will we experience some wheel spin action tonight? No, we can't, because I'm streaming from my phone, so I can't, unless I actually take my phone off and film the screen. No, I'm not using my laptops. I'm not using display capture. So as of now, we no wheel tonight, and that will make a few people happy. Dogwood, would Jake Vatanen be having a good season if he was able to stick around under Bruce Boudreau? I don't know. He's kind of the type of player that Boudreau might have been able to rehab on the ice, but tough to say. He definitely might have gotten a good chance under Boudreau, though, if nothing of that off-ice stuff happened, given his skill set. Lucas, with Winnipeg not having fans, do you think the Manitoba government overreacted with no fans in the stands? I know Toronto, Montreal are reopening and the virus seems. Yeah, that's a great point, Lucas. I'm looking at that 250 people. Why even bother having 250 people? In fact, I know a guy in Winnipeg. The guy actually brought to the Winnipeg game when they were here, who's from here originally. He was supposed to go to the game, but couldn't because of the 250. That's a great question, Lucas. I wouldn't say it's an overreaction. They're error on the side of caution, but it certainly looks a little bit strange. C Edits. I'm answering my first question from C Edits in about 2 months. How many points do you see the Canucks getting after this road trip? So I presume you're talking about the 4 games. Winnipeg, Calgary, Nashville, Chicago. I can see them getting 5. I think they'll go 2-1-1. Yeah, I can see them getting 5 of the 8. Tyler, I do not like the Canucks give up a first and fourth liner at the time. Oh, give up a first for a fourth liner at the time. You're talking about the Miller. Justin, I like Miller as a player, but I'm on team trade Miller for C Edits back. Cap flexibility, sign Besser, and a lifelong fan. Yes, we all miss C Edits for sure. Chonger says, everyone who's hating on PD, get out. Alexei Lafreniere for JT Miller, not the way Lafreniere is playing, although he's a first overall pick. Am I crazy to think we want a bit more than just Lafreniere back for Miller? Who cares about Halak? Cap space is valuable. Tyler, that's fair. What is the funniest skating stride? Which Canuck? How good at skating they are. Pettersson and Podkolzin have awkward skating strides. Some love for Jovan, which is awesome. Miller stock went up. It did indeed. Yes, Zal, great meeting you at the game. Thank you for finding me on Twitter as well. Not at all, Clay, making Halak feel not wanted. So you don't think we should do that? Justin, Lafreniere trade value is low. Be on third or fourth line. Yes, I agree. NHL Canucks, if you were Rutherford and you had to trade Miller, who would you get? Who would you get? Detail it. Oh, I'm not that smart to think on the fly. Who would I get? No, I can't name players. I don't know prospects well enough, but I would definitely go for a first round pick, a prospect or 2, and 1 roster player. I want 4 assets back. Clay, who do you think will be the first player traded in the Rutherford Alvin regime? They want to get cap space. So I think it's going to be one of Pullman, Hamonic, Myers, Pearson, Dickinson. One of those 5 guys. Fango, can the Canucks keep this up and win more than they lose? Sure. Given that the teams aren't great, Calgary's going to be a good game on Saturday night, hockey night day in Canada. Chicago, we should win. We should. And Nashville, we've beaten. So we could. Yep. Lucas, heard the talk of Arizona moving to ASU's 5,000-seat arena. Bush League, or the team maybe. Yes, it's weird that. And I heard that they also got to do they got to do renovations on that arena. So by the time they're going, it might only be 3,000 as opposed to 5,000. So Fun Q loves the wheel. NHL Canucks hates the wheel. We beat the Jets in all 3, 3-2, 4-3, and 5-1 by this reaction club. Oh, nice. Nice, Gurpreet. Nice to see you. Chonger heard on the radio when people were getting their actual info. Just incredible. Did you see the story from Global of the Canucks confirming that fans have been removed from recent games? Yes, I actually heard the story when I was driving home, Justin, and I was praying to God that they didn't show a picture of me in the arena. I wear my mask. In fact, you guys have seen me on TV wearing my mask. I was one of the only ones in my section, so thank God for that. But I do admit to taking a couple pictures on Tuesday with my mask off, so maybe that was a poor judgment. But I did see it. And the arena hosts, they do what they can. You can't sit there and watch all 9,000 people with eagle eyes, but I do see them walking around and reminding people to put their mask on. Bruce, do you think Alvin may ask Myers for a list of teams he would like to be traded to? That's tough. You don't. I don't know. And only if they're really dead set on trading him, because that's not the best thing, is to go to players that have negotiated no movement clauses and then asking them. But I guess that's all part of the business too. Maybe I'm too soft. Susan says way too much PD haters. Lafreniere says a chance to be a top player in the league would have to be a package at this point. I agree, Trevor. Welcome, Jaskran. Benching Halak. Yeah, you're not the first person that said that. Fango, do you think Emily will help Alvin sign Besser quicker? I wouldn't draw a straight line between the two, but Emily Castonguay will certainly help. JT, the Thriller Miller, had quite the night. I agree, Clifford. Chris, did you hear Arizona's probably going to play out of 5,000 seat stadium? Yeah, for sure. Fillmore, Donnie Dolly has had technical difficulties in your show too, but in the Canucks the past few years, big one tech. I didn't know Donnie and Dolly were having technical difficulties. I just got to clean up my computer, I think, or I'm going to try going from my other computer next time. But yes, that is pretty funny. See, it's my trade value seems to be higher than Lafreniere. Of course it is. Andrew, Laffy ain't moving up the Rangers lineup with Panarin and Kreider ahead of him. Laffy, top prospect of draft pick, makes sense. Best face-off man in the league. I know Horvat's pretty good. Isn't Ryan O'Reilly really good? I don't know what the stats say right now. Jaskaran, teams might overpay for Miller. So, for example, Wild might give up Boldy and Rossi. Interesting. Live stream hype. Yes, SK, we're going for the old school look right now because my computer crapped out. It's not my new camera. It's my computer. I think I have to clear out space or do something with it. But yes, old school with my phone. No background. Just kind of me right here. Miller for Rangers. Lafreniere in a draft pick. Yeah, or Lafreniere another prospect. That's true, Liang. That's true, Victor. That's what people are saying. Yes, SK, this is a surprise stream from a standpoint of the Canucks one, and I'll just be on for until 11 o'clock, even though I wasted the first 20 minutes. Bring back Stetcher, get rid of Pullman. Do you see Marchand's comments on the Arizona? No, what did he say, Jaskran? 3,000 seat arena, that's smaller than most of American hockey. That's true, Lucas. It would look pretty bush. With Horvat back, what do you think the lines would be? I think you keep... with Horvat back, actually, I could see Petey going back to Horvat's wing. I could see them keeping Besser, Podkolzin. No, it'll be Besser, Miller, and one of Podkolzin and Hoglander. Then it will be Horvat with Petey and Garland. That's what I would do. You keep Mott, Lamico, and Highmore, course. And then your fourth line, you basically lose Bailey, and you go Dickinson, Chason, and one of Podkolzin or Hoglander, whoever's not playing with Besser and Miller. Dogwood, with all these arenas that Arizona can't lease, the state could probably host their own professional hockey league. With all the arenas that they can't lease, the state could probably host their own professional. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means, Dogwood, but it sounds funny. Susan really hates the PD haters. Zafir, yes, with Horvat back, what are the lines? Yeah, I just mentioned that. Justin, see it, your value is immeasurable. I agree. Pullman has a 4-year contract. Yeah, 4 times 2.5, $10 million. Susan dislikes Dickinson, though. Jaskran, Quinn played amazing tonight, but was still -1. Yeah, Jaskran, are you asking technically how it works? It's because that means he was on the ice for that one Winnipeg goal, and he wasn't on the ice for a Canucks even strength goal. Because remember, power play doesn't count. If you score in the power play, it doesn't in the plus minus. Lucas, if we're talking about Spencer Martin, we really need to bring back the future vibes. Great Scott, Marty. Miller for Bedard, never going to happen. No, it won't. Shannon, people greeter. If the security of people come in, if people come in without a mask, we tell them to put on a mask. If they do not, we cannot go chasing. Yeah, that was, yeah. Great point. And thank you for being here, Shannon, the number one people greeter in the lower mainland. Zal, knowing our luck, if we somehow get Lafreniere from Miller, he'll end up being a bust. Yeah, that's why we don't do it. Fillmore, one thing I hope Rutherford brings is his ability to hustle other teams, not get hustled. Canucks have been hustled for 50 plus years. Yeah, we don't always do great on trades. Some, once in a while, Naslin for Stoyanov. Tasty Twins, nice to see you. Who would you do, Miller for Kako first round and Lundqvist? I don't know anything about Lundqvist. Kako in a first round pick, I would do that. I think Kako's going to be good. No, forget it. I want four assets. I don't know. So, do you think Demko plays on Saturday? If he gets a good practice in tomorrow, but why not ride the hot hand Spencer Martin and then have Demko ready to go? Or no, maybe go Demko on Saturday and then play him on one of the back-to-backs Monday, Tuesday. We'll see. I think if Demko's practicing tomorrow, that we'll likely see him on Saturday. Bruce, I think the Canucks should try for the home run, trade Miller, Bester, and Pullman for Schneider, Lafreniere, and a first-round pick. No, we need more. We need more than that, I think. Marchand essentially said Arizona couldn't fill 5,000. Yikes, but he's speaking the truth. Jaskran, only way they get 5,000 is they give away 4,500. Laffy ain't a bust. He needs opportunities. That's fair, Andrew. Jamie the Frog, who do you think Bruce will start in net versus the Flames? I think if Demko practices tomorrow, it'll be Demko. Martin has been outstanding the last couple of games, sometimes better than the other team's first goalie. He was great. Matt, you're right. Martin's been really good. I would trade Miller to the Wild rather than Rangers. Yeah, but you kind of want to trade him out of conference, I guess, or at least not in the division. Lucas, 3,000 seats for Arizona would be smaller than their American Hockey League affiliate, which is 9,300 in Tucson. Crazy. Gurpreet, did you see Marchand's comments? Yes, someone else just mentioned that. Can Arizona even draw 3,000 a game? Lafreniere can thrive under Boudreau. I would do Laffy for Miller, 1-for-1. Laffy can still be franchised. Yeah, that's a tough one for sure. Play Demko on Saturday, says Brian. Dickinson is so bad. Dickinson, yeah, he struggled. I mentioned that in my post-game vlog for sure. Let's go Canucks. Jason Lim, does Halak get traded before his 10 games seems like he's due? Well, remember, he's got a no movement clause, so he could easily say, nope, I'm staying here. And yeah, I just don't think they do that just to save $1.25 million. 1.25 is 1.25, but what kind of message are you sending? Do you see Demko being a forever Canuck? I would love to say that, but he might be in for a massive raise once this contract is up 4 years from now, and who knows? I would love it, though. Is Lafreniere a bit of a bust? No, it's too early to say that. NHL Canucks, hope Rutherford changes Rogers Arena seats, blue and green, and those lights on the seats. Anyone with me? Okay, who's with NHL Canucks? Fillmore, life should never be about... Okay, now this is weird because I can't, because I'm on... I want to read Lucas's member. In regards to JR's comment on facility improvements, I would not be surprised if the Jumbotron and seats get upgraded at Rogers. Yep, Lucas has got sources, and thank you for using your member chat on that Lucas Gates legendary member, 12 months as a member, right from the very start. Fillmore, life should never be about putting all your eggs in one basket. Rangers aren't the only team where the Canucks should do trades. Yes, I agree. You want to build up, you want to bid them up, get people bidding them up, build up the market. Christopher, I think JT Miller trade, we needed a good defenseman prospect. We still have a good forward group. Yes, Jet Woo's really our only defense, and Rathbone, of course. Can go. I like Boldy as well. Chase on for McDavid might happen. Burberry Trashers may have more fans in Arizona. I don't even know who that is. Dickinson is worse than Petey. Of course, Dickinson is worse than Petey. I agree with you, Susan. Justin, do you think if Canucks ask Halak to waive and he refuses, they just bench him and play Martin? I know it's a business decision, but it could have bad optics. I agree, Justin. That's what I'm getting at. Is do you do that just to save 1.25, or can you make a case that Martin is a much better goalie than Halak? Then it gets tricky. Jaskin, when I heard Calgary was interested in Miller, first thing I thought was get out of here. Yes, don't trade him in the division. Should Jack Rathbone get NHL time? Absolutely yes, Chris. Fangirl, which former player do you think will be in the Ring of Honor next? Bieksa or Kessler? What's the salary cap? 83? 87? 87. 87.5, 88? 87 or 88? Or are you saying what's the number? Or what is it? What it is, it's the cap to the total amount of salaries you have on your roster. Hello, Edmund. Jaskrin. The problem with Laff is that the Rangers are rushing him too much. Perhaps Lafreniere is the next Patrick Stefan. That's not a good thing. NHL Canucks wants new seats. Jaskrin, do you see Rogers Arena ever being constructed? maybe change the style of the seats. Not brand new construction, but I think they're going to start to rejig it for sure a little bit. Jim Rutherford even said as much. NHL Canucks wants a baseball team. Jason, this team needs 1.25 million or 580 point plus the 3 million dead cap space. Every dollar counts. That's fair. I know, Jay, you and I were talking about that after the game on Tuesday night, that every dollar does count, and we have a lot of dead cap space with Holtby and Vertanen next season. Lucas, in regards to the seat colors are being discussed, Bowie construction is off the books. Expect seats and Jumbotron. Yes. So we heard it from Lucas. It's Jumbotron and seats, but not the actual bowl itself, which would be a lot of work. I always wanted the Expos to move. Can't just speak my mind. Can't stand anymore of the hate. No, Susan, we like it. Coach Rob, what racetrack? Lucas, that's great. Arena looks so dirty at times. Okay, I've caught up because I want to try something on my phone, and I hope I don't muck up this entire stream. But it'll be par for the. Oh no, I'm not going to touch anything. I'll probably wreck something. So this is totally old school. This is how I used to do it from my phone with no background. It's nice, but I do like the background there. But it's nice for a throwback. But I want to work on my computer somehow before tomorrow and see if I can figure it out. Justin, I love how Martin has been playing, but I also think Halak has earned the respect as a veteran to back up for the rest of the season. So the Canucks need to find a way to honor the deal and eat that bonus. Justin, if I had to pick, I think that that's the way I would lean to. I know a lot of people would disagree with us, Justin, but that's the way I would lean to. Although, yes, Jason makes a great point. Every dollar counts, but there's also the optics as well. Tyler says this works fine. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I guess you can still get the view count there. Yeah, it just doesn't have all the bells and whistles. Lucas, I heard a source saying the Jumbotron almost broke a couple times this year. Parts are becoming harder to fix and find. That makes sense. How you doing? It was nice to join your stream tonight. Thanks, everyone. Take care. You too. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Jaskran, did you see the crazy comparison of Miller and Kopp? No, I didn't. Tell me about it, Jaskran. NHL Canucks. Lucas works in retail for Canucks, and he knows some people that work in the team. For sure. Samuel, does anyone else remember that controversy surrounding the Canucks logo? Think we should change jersey along with arena upgrades? Yeah, I think that. Are you talking about the controversy around the Orca and the? I think they actually did a pretty good job of handling that. So I don't see a change coming soon. But you said new era. That's fair. Fillmore, as much as Coyotes need to move, is it a really good time to relocate during this pandemic? They've been saying move for the past 10 years. Who knows? Bettman doesn't want them to move though. Bruce, all the contracts were signed under betting, so under new management, they have to do what's in their best interest. That's fair. There's no loyalty. Free Canucks game, says NHL. Zao, it's funny how we just got used to the cap issues and other mess that betting caused. Didn't realize how bad it was. Yeah, that's why a lot of people, the fire betting side, the fire betting side, we're indeed talking about how bad of a situation it was. Clifford, who's going to want to come to the Canucks if we don't play him 2 more games and pay him his bonus? Yeah, that's the reason why you don't do that. Exactly. Trevor says, ditch the Orca. Lucas, not happening. Team is sticking with the Orca. Jocko, I love the retro. Bring back Holiday. Keep the Orca. Andrew, hope all new Rogers Arena seats have butt warmers and massager. Well, keep your fantasies out of this, Andrew. Jets fans were saying Kopp is better, and Sportsnet compared the two. Kopp is good, but he's not JT Miller. Justin, do the Luongo dead cap come off and go towards JV and Holtby? Yes. The Luongo dead cap of... I have it actually up in front of me. 3... Luongo's dead cap of 3 comes off, but then Holtby's jumps up to 1.9 and Vertanen is 500. So 2.4 of the 3 is going to be used once again. So yeah, thoughts on the Team Canada Olympic roster. It's not that strong, but you can't expect it to be that strong. But other teams will be even less strong than we are because even less NHLers to choose from. So it's fine. Guys like Eric Stahl will be fine. Ho-Sang, Adam Cracknell, of course. So I think they'll be fine, but it's not strong. But I'm still gonna be cheering for them like heck, as a proud Canadian. Fangirl, what was the biggest reason Benning couldn't resign Hamhuis in 2016? Always comes down to money, and I'm sure Hamhuis' people thought he was worth a certain amount, and the Canucks didn't. Zach, I'm live tonight because I was in a good mood. The Canucks won. I got my studying done. And then I went live, and for the first 20 minutes, my stream was broken. So that's why, Zach. But if you subscribe to this channel, make sure you turn notifications on, and then you'll get a notification every time I go live. But I will be back tomorrow at 11 p.m. Christopher, you know what's crazy? I saw a post on Instagram and people could buy New Jersey Devils tickets for $1. That is crazy. Adidas retros are nice. To Samuel Zhao, what was the new regime dunking on Benning during the Alvin press? No, but they were just being honest, and they really have no reason. One thing is they haven't paid a lot of, not that they have to, they don't have to suck up, but it's not like they've paid a lot of respect. Benning did a good job of doing this. We just want to continue. No, there's a reason why Benning and Green are gone. So I wouldn't say they're dunking on them, but they certainly not afraid to cast their vision for sure. Best Canucks jersey, Flying Skate, black. Funky Clay, you should make a poll whether to keep the Orca or not. I'm curious now. Actually, that's fine. Let's do that real quick. Keep the Orca. So answer this, not do you think they will keep the Orca? I'm asking you, would you like them to keep the Orca? So go ahead and vote on that right now. Great idea, Funk You. Lucas Clay with the Johnny Canuck logo. Oops. Lucas, with the Johnny Canuck logo being used for Abby, the Vancouver Canucks will be staying with the Orca. Never rule out the skate as an alternate. Nice. Jasper, did Kessler one out? Yeah, I think he saw the window to win here closing for sure. Would Patrick Laine be good for the Canucks? I think under the right coach, right system, he's still a good player for sure. Lucas, Stick and Rink is a secondary logo too simplistic for the modern NHL. Susan, the Canucks store is trying to get rid of the Stick and Rink, 20% off. Nice. Shannon, how is your studying going and how much schooling do you have left? Thank you, Shannon. I just started course number 7 of 12, so I'm exactly halfway done. And so far, so good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Is Martin a new Binnington? Well, I don't like Binnington, so I'm going to say no. And I think Martin's a little older. Although, how old was Binnington when he started? Brian, you missed my comment about Trevor Linden for Ring of Honor. Oh, sorry, Brian, but no. Trevor will not go in the Ring of Honor because he's already had his jerseys retired. The Sedins, Naslund, Linden, Smeal, and Bure, they are not in the Ring of Honor because the jersey retirement is a greater honor than that. So that's why they're not in the Ring of Honor. Sorry for missing your comment. 3D chess versus checkers. I think you're talking about Rutherford versus Benning. Justin asked a good question. Lucas, what did Alvin say about Benning? No, Jasper, he didn't say anything. He didn't mention Benning at all, but he did say that to be up against the cap and not be a playoff team is not a good place to be. So that's what he said. Keep the Orca as a patch. I don't think we can. Samuel likes the retro. Orca's the old corp. Justin wondering, need to find a way to place for Tannen. Yes. Fango, do you think Ripon deserves a spot in the Ring of Honor? I'd sound like a jerk if I said no, but I think the way they honor him with Hockey Talks, Mind Check, now, I think that's good. I think that's good, and that's an honor in itself. Oh, Binnington is 26 as well? Interesting. Do you think Martin should be back up for the rest of the season? Yeah, I was talking about that quite a bit earlier. It's a tough one because you could not play Halak for the rest of the year and save 1.25, but I don't think that sends the right message. So who knows? Maybe someone gets hurt. There's nothing wrong with having, and there's nothing wrong with sending Martin down because Demko's still better than Martin. So there's nothing wrong with sending Martin down and plying his trade in the AHL, and then he'll be ready to really push for the backup role next season. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the poll results. Keep the Orca 2-1, 63 to 37%. Thanks to everyone who voted. Jasker, and if the whole off ice didn't happen for Tannen, would he have signed with a new club? Oh yeah, for sure. Someone would have taken a chance on him. Coach Rob, Justin, maybe take it to hockey. Gotcha. Chris, what are your thoughts on the Oilers forward group now with Kane? Yeah, their forward group is good. Hyman, Draisaitl, Nuge, Yamamoto, McDavid, of course, and Kane, among others. But still, their defense and goaltending isn't good, so that's going to be tricky. C Edits, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I will message you soon. Yeah, join whenever you can. I'm so happy you're here. Jasper and Canucks have never sent a good message. Why worry now? Lucas, call the team store. Yep. Orca 1. Funk you. Is Martin on a 2-way deal or would you have to waive him? No, we don't have to waive him. We don't have to waive him. I don't think we have to waive him. Shannon, thanks for all the great info you have on here. Lucas Gates and everything good. Yes, Lucas is a wealth of information. 3D chess versus tic-tac-toe. Is Brandon Sutter still? Yes, but he's not even skating yet, for sure. Okay, let's do 5 minutes more of Canucks questions. Then I'll do 10 minutes of Ask Me Anything, and I'll wrap up shortly after 11 o'clock. Reaction Club back on his main account. If Martin went on waiver, does he get claimed? Yes, Jaskrin, if he goes on waivers. So the question is, if he doesn't have to go on waivers, then we can send him down. If he has to go on waivers, then I don't think the Canucks will actually waive him. They'll just keep him up here for the rest of the year. Too bad Kane can't... Actually, it doesn't make sense to maybe put him on the taxi squad. Bruce, too bad Kane can't play defense or goalie. Fillmore, Benning was playing rock, paper, scissors. This is good. Okay, so we've all heard they're saying... he was playing chess. No, let's say we were playing chess while he was playing checkers, i.e. a difference. And now we've heard he was playing chess. Rutherford's playing chess and Benning was playing tic-tac-toe. Rutherford's playing chess and he was playing rock, paper, scissors. Put in the chat what other games that Benning might have been playing compared to Jim Rutherford. It's kind of mean, but it's kind of funny too. So we have rock, paper, scissors, and we have tic-tac-toe so far. Chris, do you think the Canucks will be able to convince Halak for a trade? No, I'm not convinced that they'll be able to do that. How did they resolve the logo controversy? I believe they had open dialogue with First Nations people. Kel M, Fangirl, do you think DiPietro is at least 2 years away from being a backup? I think they want him to push for it next year. Whether or not he gets it's another thing. Martin at least played his way to be considered at depth for the Canucks next year. That's what I'm thinking too, Kel. Funky, whose job would you want to do the most? John Shorthouse, John Garrett, or Dan Murphy? Dan Murphy seems to be the most versatile. Because he's sometimes on panels and sometimes interviewing. I don't think I'd be a good play-by-play guy, but I do think John Garrett's great. I think I'd be an excellent color commentary guy. The guy who kind of interjects here and there. That's, I think, what I'd be best at as opposed to play-by-play. Legendary Lucas Gates, $20 donation. Thank you, Lucas. Clay, I find it bizarre that the Jets' history from the old team holds in Phoenix, but this current team holds nothing. Why doesn't the Jets hold the old history? The Hornets of the NBA has done something like that. Yeah, because I guess they went to Atlanta, then they're thinking that's the old Jets. I hear what you're saying for sure. And Lucas, thank you for the donation. Generous as always. Justin, why do you think Boudreau has been so hesitant to be playing Podkolzin and Hoglander in offensive situations? Yeah, Boudreau's here. He wants to win, and he's going to rely on veteran players. I really think that's what it is, Justin. Fillmore, snakes and ladders. Is Sutter going to play it this season? My guess is no, Brian. Jasker Carell, the goaltender of Arizona, loves playing Canadian teams. Yes, he had that amazing game against Toronto, right? If Martin's on waivers, Oilers claim him, says Chris. Coach Rob, will Travis Green get another head coach job, or is he more of a W? No, I think he'll get another head coach job, or at least assistant coach, just not to the end of the season, Coach Rob. Zal, how much longer do we have dead cap space? 1 more year. NHL Canucks, I think Sutter's career is done. That's fair. KYS, Kaislu, what do you think about Podkolzin's rookie season so far? As a rookie, I think he's been fine. He's been just fine. You want a bit more consistency, but that's what you're going to get with a young player. Reaction Club, if Vertan appeals and is ruled not guilty, any chance he comes back in the league with another team? I do think someone will sign him. Sports, the teams are very forgiving, i.e. Vander Kane. Playing roulette, hoping it works. Very good. T-Dot, Clay, do you see Zegras looks across? Yes. And the way he was able to transition to that so quickly, it was amazing. Oh, Chris, you're an Oilers fan. Well, thanks for coming on here. I appreciate you. Lucas, how old do you have to be to work at Rogers? Good question for Lucas and Justin. Both work there. Benning plays snakes and ladders. Mostly snakes keep sliding and then slide. Very good, Smiley. Uno, very good. Pac-Man is further retired. Yes, he is. Fung Q. His concussions wouldn't allow him to play. All right. That's good. And Justin, I don't know what games JB has been playing for the last 8 years. He's living day by day. He's playing like Candyland. I'm just looking at all my games I have here. I have the Game of Life, Gestures, Code Names. Anyways, let's do 5 minutes now of Ask Me Anything. Although we're at 95 people, which is great. It's more than I usually get in my regular streams. So maybe these impromptu streams are a thing. I just got to figure out all my technology. But this is like throwback night for sure. Chris, do you catch McDavid shootout goal against Saros? No, I've not seen it. And good night, Chris. Thanks for being here. Ferland didn't retire. Don't we still pay him? he's on. We pay him 3.5 a year, but he doesn't count against our cap. But he's, for all intents and purposes, he's retired. I hear what you're saying though. Zhao, what are you going to school for? I'm getting a master's of theology, a master of arts in leadership for the new evangelization. It's a big, long Catholic term. So I'm studying from a Catholic university in Denver, and I'm getting sponsored to do so, which is pretty cool. So that means once I get my master's, I'll continue to work for the Catholic Archdiocese and hopefully work my way up. But yeah, 2 years down, 2 more to go. It's going to take me 4 years. Did you play Street Fighter? If so, favorite character? No, Fillmore, I never played Street Fighter. Wasn't really into those games. I liked more sports and racing games as opposed to combat games. Tyler, Oilers must be looking to signing Vertanen. Oh gosh. Fangirl, favorite thing about the one-on-one Zoom chats? Getting to know people and getting to know their stories. Brian, what about the board game? Sorry. Oh, what about the board game? Sorry. That's a good one. Or maybe Risk. Reaction Club, have you seen the Pixar movie Luca? No, I've not seen it yet. But yes, I need to see Encanto. Is it Encanto or Encantro? I need to see Luca. I need to see both of them. T. Dot says Vertanen will never play in the NHL again. Okay, we'll see. Oh, hey Chris, nice to see you. Great game, and yes, unforgettable live stream, I'm sure. Justin, do you think the decor will even be better with Bourdon and Hughes together? Yeah, I think Bourdon had a chance to be something special for sure. Peg City, hey, Canucks played great. Not like the Jets put up a fight though, but still great game. Keep JT so clutch. Thanks, Peg City, for being here. Yeah, that was the Canucks were surprisingly sharp tonight, and the Jets were surprisingly not sharp. Surprisingly, because I'm not gonna sit here and say the Canucks are a better team than the Jets. They're about the same. What's your job? I do not know. Yeah, I work for the Catholic Archdiocese. I'm a director in one of our offices. I basically help churches do their programming to young people, for adults. Yeah, so I basically help churches do their ministry, train leaders, that kind of thing. Lucas, here's my Reline franchise for Winnipeg Phoenix. Winnipeg from 1995. Team suspended playing in 2000. Restarts Atlanta. Back to Winnipeg. Phoenix expansion 95. Okay, very good. Although I got to think about how it compares to real life, though, because I just kind of read through that real quick. Encanto is a good movie. Not so great when the kids constantly having it on 6 times and counting. Okay, that's good. That's a good warning. Thank you, Zal. 6 in a row. Dang, Peg City. Okay, maybe the Canucks are better. Do you think we'll see Jet Wu? Yes, but still 2 years away. I heard a buzz, but I don't have my alerts on, so I don't know what happened. Oh, someone subscribed. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Yeah, Boomy. That Boomy was horrible last night. But thank you, NHL Canucks, for capturing it for me. Andreas, hey Clay, what do you think of trading both Horvat and JT for new core and leave the team to EP and QH? No, I wouldn't. Not for the sake of doing that. That might be a byproduct, but I don't know. I just don't see it happening. Thank you. Besser's 3 points really makes the season look much less horrendous. 22 and 37. Yeah, and even PD's doing better now too, as well. Do you think the Nordiques come back in the future? Maybe not the Nordiques, but I do think Quebec will get a team one day. Brian, good night, and God bless you too. Tyler, trade Garland to keep Miller Besser. Not necessarily. Zhao, isn't Jet Wu's entry-level contract up soon? Good question. I don't know that for sure. Peter, who will be the goal scorers for the Canucks on Saturday? Let's go PD and Miller. Keep up the good work, says Kaislu. Thank you. Hey, I think you guys forgot the part that says no more hockey-related questions. So I will do 5 more minutes, but no more. I'm not going to answer any more Canucks or hockey-related questions except for this one. Justin, I heard a stat that in the last 10 games before tonight against Winnipeg and Hallback, we only scored 14 goals and got shut out 4 times. Wow. Wouldn't surprise me. We had trouble against Winnipeg. Okay, last 5 minutes. Ask me anything, but I'm not answering any Canucks or hockey-related questions, no matter how good they are. And we'll 5 minutes only. And then I have to work on my computer. Oh, thank you, guys. How was my day? My day was great. Full day of work, a bunch of meetings, and then watching the game, a bit of studying, and now doing this. Do I remember All-Star Wrestling or Stampede? Yes, I remember them both very well. I never went to go see All-Star live, but I would watch them, Tomko, Moondog Moretti, and then, of course, Stampede, where we saw some future WWF and WCW stars get bred there. So, yes, I did watch. And it was a 3. It was All-Star from Vancouver, Stampede from Calgary, and it was Big Time Wrestling from Portland, if you remember that as well. Favorite pasta? Linguine vongole. Favorite non-religious books to read? Oh, good question. I like reading leadership books. See, I like these non-hockey questions too. Clifford, I think you said before you're half Japanese yet curious. What's the other? Chinese. Half Japanese, half Chinese. Moved to Surrey? No, I like my area of Steveston and Richmond. Thank you. Lucas Clay, do you have any business cards? I do. I have one for my work and I have one for my speaking gigs as well. Undertaker or Shawn Michaels? I like Undertaker just because I think he's more respected backstage. But Shawn Michaels, great performer. Coach Rob, what was your first job and how old were you? Fish and chips, P&E, food building. And I was finishing my grade 9 year, so I was 14. That was my first actual regularly paid job. I was paid $3.65 an hour. $3.65 an hour. Edmund, you think AEW will pull a WCW and give out? No, I think they're always going to be a second place, a strong second place, but I don't think, I think WWE just got too much money and reputation behind them. Fangirl, were your kids born in Burnaby or Vancouver? All three born in Richmond General Hospital. Justin, saw the funny text exchange between you and your kids on the dentist. That is the type of fun that separates you from any other vlogger, YouTube creator. Well, thank you, Justin. I do like to separate myself from any other YouTube vlogger or creator. So many good ones out there. I'm not going to name any because then you're going to think those are the people I'm trying to separate myself from. But yes, I do like what I provide, the variety, a level of insight, a level of expertise from going to the games and studying the game, but a level of fun as well. And most importantly, the community that we're building. I think the community that we have here on this particular YouTube channel, second to none. And I'm willing to say that and put our channel up against anyone's, even if some are way bigger, even if some are smaller. It's not about the size. It's about what we do with our channel and what I do with this platform. Okay, I get off my soapbox now. Oh, you got business cards. Nice, Lucas. Love Steveson and Padros. Of course, Samuel. Worst job you ever had? Student painting. I almost died a couple times falling off ladders that were sliding off the edge of houses. Oh, there you go. Have you ever tried painting or drawing? Not as a hobby, painting as a job. Yes. Imagine Clay doing TikTok dances. I've done a couple. They are not good. Zal, do a live stream and putting up your Christmas lights. Okay, we'll have to wait till November. But Zal, that'll be some great content, or maybe I make that members only content. But yes, no, I will stream myself putting up the lights. Lucas, did you ever go down to Season Village, and is it within walking distance? Yes, I go down there quite a bit. It is a walk. It's a bit of a walk, about 45 minutes from my house. But I often do it because, especially in the summertime, get my steps, and it's a beautiful part of town. Clifford, I'm from Tsawwassen, born in Richmond. Nice. Fillmore, did you play house games during lunchtime at Colchina? What color team were you? I was always blue, but yes, I did play house games. What color were you, Fillmore? That's a good throwback. Justin, when did you last have sushi? Yesterday, last night. Reaction Club, we have seen the hockey guy on Dango's podcast. Will we see you on there anytime soon? Well, Reaction Club, I don't know if I'll ever be on Dango's podcast. Dango has been on mine. Hockey guy has been on Dango's. And I've mentioned that I will have the hockey guy on here within the next 2 weeks. I'll put it like that. We haven't settled the date yet. We have a rough target, but I'll have the hockey guy on here in the next 2 weeks. I'm not sure if I should. Oh, here's one more poll for you guys. If I get the hockey guy on here, when I get the hockey guy on here, the hockey guy, I want to know if you want me to do a Zoom where I pre-tape it, or I do a live stream, which then stays on my channel, but then, yeah. So right there, I just put it there. Shannon, the hockey guy. Should I do it on a Zoom like I do with all my media members, or do I do a live stream chat like I did with Trevor last night? Okay, last 5 minutes, then I'm gonna go. Fangirl neck. Oh no. NHL Canucks. If you guys are under sea level, why isn't Richmond underwater? Don't wish bad things on us, man. Fangirl, when is the next members only video coming? When I make it, I usually a week or two late, so maybe not for a week or two. Blue is my favorite, but never won. Yeah, join the club. Favorite restaurant in Richmond? Matsuyama, Japanese restaurant. Zao. Shannon, my aunt and uncle live in New West down by the Key. Nice. Samuel, my mom was raised in Houston, but we live in Vancouver by Chinatown now. Still have family. We visit often. Nice, Samuel. They live in a condo in New West. Awesome. Awesome. Cal, I feel dumb for asking this since I'm from Vancouver, but what do you think separates Houston from the rest of Richmond? Multiculturalism, for sure. Nice mix of Japanese still, and then just the beauty, the harbor. I think that's what separates Houston. So there's a lot of history there because it's a Japanese fishing town. So it's the history, the location, the scenery, and the people. All those things. So one says Zoom, one says live. Yes, Lucas, thank you. That was a lot of fun. And wow, 80% of you are saying do it by live stream. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, friends, I'm going to wrap up here. I want to thank you tonight, especially for putting up with me for the first 20 minutes. I'm going to work on my computer tomorrow and try and have everything rectified for tomorrow night. But who knows, we may end up on my phone again tomorrow night for Friday Night Live. So on your way out, make sure you like this video. Like the fact that we made it to the end of the hour without any more technical gaffes. Like the fact we went old school. Like the fact that the Canucks won. They won 5-1. They are still in the playoff race at exactly 500, 43 points in 43 games. And I appreciate all of you. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Leave a comment if you want. But I appreciate all the comments you left. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, sponsors. Perform and Transform, Van City Experts, Gassy Jack Art, and Monkey 9. And thanks to all members. And most importantly, thanks to all of you. That was a lot of fun. And yes, Fangirl Lucky 9 does offer 5-pin bowling as well. That was a lot of fun. Impromptu stream. Try and do it when the Canucks win, when it's not a regular. So don't forget, I'm already streaming 4 times a week, right? There's Sunday, there's Wednesday, and there's Friday, and there's Monday with Parker Canucks After Dark. So really, the only 3 days where I don't have scheduled streams are Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tuesday's tough for me because I'm often bowling, and then I have my church prayer hour. And then that just leaves Thursday and Saturday for impromptu streams. So if the Canucks win on a Thursday night or Saturday night and I'm around, I will try my best to do these impromptu streams. Okay, friends, as always, tomorrow night, 11 p.m., Friday Night Live. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And did you know why Spider-Man's calendar only has 11 months on it? Well, he lost May. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.